up everyone? I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 7 of SukaSuka. And with this episode, thank goodness we didn't get any really long scenes with some more forcing the feels type thing. I mean, with this episode, there was a shorter scene with, you know, the feels and stuff, but actually, in this case, it was a little more necessary as it coincided with something that happened earlier in the season with, you know, the promise being made about eating the cake and stuff, so I was fine with it this time. Cathali wakes up and finds 2 red streaks in her hair. So this is most likely the dead child's soul within her about to take over Cathali's body. Because Nightglytho says that her body is not the same, it's different, and it most likely cannot be used for being a fairy soldier anymore. Because of a blood test, it showed that she may not be able to use the dug weapons anymore. So then what's Cathali to do? Well, Nightglytho convinces Cathali that, hey, you can become a housewife, and we all know how you feel about Willem. Like, Nightglytho, my woman, man, she said it herself. She was just a like, I mean, I was gonna do it, but hey, if you want to, Nightglytho's amazing. I love her so much. I love how on board everyone is with this. Everyone basically ships Cathali with Willem. That was so heavily like mentioned in this episode. Like with the one little kid, she was just like, okay, if Will is my dad, then does that make Cathali the mom? Like, it was great. I love how everyone is on board with this. And you know, normally I would be against this sort of thing since, you know, Willem is much older than Cathali. I mean, besides the whole, you know, 500 years older than her. Again, you know, he's more like a dad to them and Cathali's only 15. However, with this sort of time period that they're in, I mean, I know it's in the future, however, with the technology that some of them have and to the way that they dress, it's like one of those mixed type of modern day era with some technology that's used, like, you know, some of the guns and, you know, the aircrafts and stuff. That could be considered a little more modern. Of course, they did have guns, you know, back in the day, but, you know, mainly the aircrafts I'm talking about. And like I said, the way how they dress is more back into the olden days, the food that they eat, the way how they act, a little more proper, stuff like that. So back in those days, you better get married by the time you're 13 or else you're getting old. So you know what? I'm A-okay with this. Not often I'm on board with a ship like this, but hey, you know what? I really like their dynamic. They do have quite a bit of sweet moments with each other. In the meantime, we also meet the 2 other fairy soldiers. We find out that in total there are 5 fairy soldiers. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Only 5? With all the other leprechauns that you have, only 5 are able to go into battle at this point? Oh my gosh, wow, the planet's doomed there. They're all doomed. We meet Ran and some other girl, forgot her name, but I believe Ran is the one that was reading the book. She was reading something very interesting, and this was an ancient book. And it was hard to read because it's like you can consider it Latin pretty much, but you can figure out some of the words in Latin because English is based off of Latin. So this one girl, Ran, she was able to put together 2 things. One, that humanity should be destroyed, and 2, something about the beasts and humans, something about being unleashed. So to me, what I can put together is that this book is telling us the origins of the beasts, and it has something to do with the humans. And by the way it was worded, it seems that the beasts are made from humans? It's very hard to believe, yes, but hey, you know, there are actually quite a bit of fantasy anime where something completely grotesque and evil and cannot be fixed whatsoever, like, oh my gosh, it's gonna destroy everything, turned out to be made from a couple of humans. Whether it be human souls or actual human carcasses, this could be the case with SukaSuka. Again, that's really fucked up. I mean, did you see that one beast in this episode? Its tail, Jesus Christ, it was so nasty. Its tail freaking splits. It's split, okay? And you saw like this redness in the middle of the, no, forget it, never mind, I'm not talking about it anymore. Let me know your thoughts and theories on this episode. What do you think about the beasts and the humans' relation? And how do you feel about Cathali and Willem's relationship? Catch me tomorrow as I review Sakura Quest and Russo Shoujo. I'm your female otaku, signing